ball hit down the line in right field. Will it stay fair? Yes, it will. Dominic Fletcher goes yard.
10 strikeouts for Hagen Smith, 6 straight strikeouts for Smith, and 9 in a row set down by Smith.
The way it works is we're not asking them to coach our players at all. It's just, they're out there, we're taking batting practice, and he's running down balls, and it's just amazing to watch him. And our guys gravitate to him, and they get to know him. Our pro guys are working out in the morning, so our guys are around him and get to see him and talk to him, and it's just great. It's great culture.
Live from the Busch Light Studios. Produced by Colton Little.
But he did misspell the word thesaurus. It looks like a dinosaur now. This is thesaurus.
With Ty Richardson.
No, I just need to get over this hangover.
And Tommy Kraft.
For a guy that leases a screwdriver, that's pretty good for me.
This is The Morning Rush.
All right, so Thursday's off to a pretty good start. Drove into the station this morning, avoided a skunk on the way. I almost hit it, but I avoided it. Cody called me yesterday and is helping out with the dishwasher situation. So we're off to a good start here on a Think Tank Thursday. Lewis Automotive Group hotline is going to be open for you at 877-377-6963. Tom Murphy is going to be back with us this morning at 10 a.m. So cool tidbit there from Dave Van Horn. And we're going to get into Dominique Fletcher helping out Kahil Loy a little bit in the outfield. DVH talking about that Fletcher may be the best center field that he's ever coached. Obviously in the minors, majors, doing his thing. Is it Angels? I'm going to be honest. I forgot to look up what team he was on before the game. But I think it's so cool. Like we talk about former players. We had Al Dillard on last week. Former players being back, or 2 weeks ago, I guess, former players being back on campus. Cal post pics of different NBA guys back on campus, even Kentucky guys that come to Fayetteville. DVH talking about a lot of his players training the offseason here, which is a really, really cool thing because you think about all the guys that DVH has put in the minors and majors over the year. Football-wise, you got guys that are coming back, not necessarily training, but just being around campus and whatnot. So you got a choice. You can boil it down to like one sport. You can do a couple. Former Razorback, alive or unfortunately no longer with us. You can play football with them. You can do some shooting drills with them. You can hit the golf ball with them at the Blessings or somewhere else. Where are you going on this?
Ooh, I didn't think about golf. John Daly might be.
That's what I wrote down.
Might be fun to go to the driving range or play a long. It would take a while for me to play 18 at the Blessings, but it would be fun to watch him blast it around the Blessings.
The 4 I wrote down is Darren McFadden's my all-time favorite Razorback.
Mm-hmm.
Tossed the pigskin with him. Used to do punt, pass, and kickback at the day. I could tell Darren how I won one time. Shoot it with Scotty. Shoot it up with Scotty Thurman. The most consequential moment in Razorback history, potentially, you could argue, when he shot it over, was it Antonio Lang, Duke, 94, Charlotte, had to change his shot to get high arcing and stuff. One of the best shooters that's ever come through this program. Pitch and catch with Blaine Knight, who we've had on this show before. Blaine never lost his senior year, helped take his team to the College World Series final. We know what happened against Oregon State. The golf aspect, play with Coach Broyles. I've talked to a lot.
You just want to go to Augusta.
Yeah, but like talking to boosters, and I listen to Clay talk.
He'd take you to the old War Memorial.
Yeah, but just hearing stories.
You don't get to go to Augusta.
I don't like just to play with him. It would be a cool experience. So those are the 4 that I jotted down listening to DVH having former players, and this is not anything new. They've been doing this for a while.
The facilities at Arkansas are better than anything they're going to have in the minors.
Yeah, and they built
probably the majors too.
I haven't been in there, but is in the Hunt Center that they built something specifically for former players to come back to. Not necessarily lockers, but there's something in there. I forget.
Somewhere in the baseball facilities,
that is specifically housed for former players. Like they have stuff, and I'm not talking just like posters or graphics or stuff like that. There's something specific for them to come back.
Well, and like I said, I mean, I know when Tyler was with us on a daily basis years ago, some of the facilities at Arkansas even then were far better than what he experienced in the NFL as far as training, as far as practice facilities. So I'm sure baseball, knowing the money Arkansas has invested, is leaps and bounds better. Let me give you one more name that if you wanted to just toss it around with a former player, Clyde Scott. Go way back. The Olympic medalist.
You went way
Smack
back.
over
Well,
Scott.
yeah, I mean, everybody. I mean, they retired his number one, but everyone talks about how he was Darren McFadden before Darren McFadden. I'd like to see it for myself. So let's go back to the
Throwing
40s.
some go routes.
Yeah,
You say he retired as number 12. Is that right? That he
Mm-hmm.
retired?
then
long.
Little wore it as a kicker later on, decades later. But yeah, I mean that's someone we've never seen, and that's not like, hey, we can go back and watch the 1964 season films and see some of the, I mean that's before you had a lot of film on these guys. So that would be one I'd like to see just because it's not been seen.
Nate in Benville says golf with John Daly and our own Matt Jones. BE says pencil me in for Heston Kerstad. It's a bummer about Heston and the guys that he played with. It's their final season got cut short.
Yep.
And 2020 doesn't happen, and I think a lot of people wondered about that team. I think Casey Martin might have been on that team that third year, what it would have been like, but we never got to see it because, like the SEC basketball tournament and everything else, March Madness, the season did not.
Well, you say
not
cut
happen.
short. It never really got. I mean, it got started, but it was
Yeah.
a very abbreviated season.
Gunner says Blaine Knight is his nephew's pitching coach. He does pitching lessons in DeWitt every week. Yeah, I remember talking with Blaine about that. But just like when Blaine walked out senior year, and Isaiah only lost one game the following year, he won every game. That's insane. Like as a pitcher in the SEC, I think there was like a no decision one game, or someone else got credited with the loss. But even like I think he pitched against Texas in the College World Series. They beat Oregon State game 1 when he was on the mound. That is one of the best single seasons that's ever happened in Razorback baseball history. And to bring it to what's going to happen this year. So if I remember correctly, Gackle was listed as the starter last year. Then it was followed by Beidel, and then Zach Root followed it up. Zach ended up being the A1 starter, being one of the best pitchers in the SEC. I think he was first teamer all this year. So they've done the DVH gave the 1, 2, 3 for this weekend with Gackle, with Hunter Dietz, and Colin Fisher. I wonder if that's what it looks like at the end of the year, because history tells you otherwise. History tells you that it would potentially be something else.
You can get an idea of where they're at. I think even who gets the start, and Dave didn't say, but who starts against Tarleton State?
Yeah, on Monday.
That gives you an idea who they're thinking may be your midweek starter. Or at least that's the conclusion I draw. So I'm interested to see even that fourth starter. But going to be interesting, and going to be some good competition down there in Arlington to get the season going Friday night against Oklahoma State. Saturday night, exact almost 24 hours to the minute later, Arkansas is going to take on Auburn. If you're coming up on the hill for the game and you need a place to stay, I've had a few people say, hey, tell me more about that Inn at the Mill. Well, it's a great place to unwind and relax when you're in Northwest Arkansas. It's minutes from campus. It's right off the Johnson exit 69 off I-49 in Northwest Arkansas. So close to great restaurants, close to shopping and other things to do. Plus, if you're going to the game, it's just a couple exits away from getting off and going to Bud Walton Arena or Baum-Walker Stadium here in a few weeks as well. It's all at the Inn at the Mill. Call Jennifer today. She'll get you set up for this weekend, 479-443-1800, or any other weekend you're coming up, 443-1800, or online at inatthemill.com.
Text in from Shock this morning. The Hunt Baseball Center is a must-see if you haven't done it. Do everything you can, and that place is fantastic. Him and our coworker Lance got to do it a couple years ago. That is one place on campus that I haven't gone in and out of. I was thinking about that when he texted that in. Tommy, I've scored Billingsley, obviously Donald W., Bud Walton, Baum Walker. What are some other? I've been to Bogle. I think that's like the one part of campus that I've been to pretty much every class. I think that's like one of the few sporting facilities that I haven't been.
What's the newest?
And I'd say it's not facility, but part of it.
It's invite only.
In and out of.
Yeah. They had a media tour one day of it. It seems like we were gone somewhere. We were out of town, couldn't make it that day. But I mean, it's state of the art. I imagine we could, if Dave hears you want to see it, I'm sure he'll move heavens and earths to make it happen.
Well, he's kind of busy. He's in.
Oh, I didn't say he'd give you the tour. I'm just saying
someone would.
He would find somebody.
I think I could coerce Phil into letting me do the walkthrough. He's usually doing halftime during the season and be like, "Hey, can I come see you after, and then you show me everything?" I think Phil would do that. I think he would. I could be proven wrong on that.
I don't know.
Let's see. Cody from Levac is saying Michael Qualls. He'd like to throw some lobs to the guy that ended Kentucky in 2014. That was a lot of fun.
He was an athlete.
Yeah. Troy and Harrison texting in. Let's see. He'd like to play football with Billy Ray Smith and Dan Hampton, along with Matt and Darren McFadden. He feel like that would be a lot of fun. And plus Heston Kerstad. That's just like, if you're, and some of these guys that are on campus, Arkansas baseball players don't probably know who they are. Dave Van Horn, Matt Hobbs, Nate Thompson, whoever, have to kind of explain the background and stuff. But then, like, with the repertoire Cal has, the guys that Cal's put in the CBA, I mean, when he brings, and they're obviously Bobby, AB, there's some guys that have come back to campus that we love seeing on campus, and you know who they are just because they're visible in the NBA. By the way, Jordan Walsh has turned himself into quite a player. That is, I, as a kid that's on campus playing a sport at Arkansas, that would be just so appealing to learn from guys like that and having that at my disposal before the season began.
And in baseball, it's still the sport where you may have someone that has had success in the minors, or even maybe quickly made it, that might have been your teammate 2 or 3 or 4 seasons ago. So these aren't always unfamiliar names or unfamiliar folks to you. In some cases, particularly with the way COVID's worked, another year of eligibility for guys, some of these guys are ones that might have been on your roster just a few seasons ago.
And I'm going to guess, like every other coach, and I know Silverfield's new here, but for Cal, who's been doing it forever, and for DVH, I'm going to guess some of the players will be like, listen, both, and for each sport, be like, he's going to be hard on you. He's going to put you through the you-know-what, but it's worth it at the end. I hear Kentucky players talk about that all the time. They're like, yeah, I hated Cal my 1 year on campus. And now looking back 10, 15, 20 years later, they're like, I am so glad that he coached me in the way that he has. He's talked about with Darius Acup being his best players. Like, I coach him maybe the hardest. At the time, it's not always fun, but looking back on it, it's definitely worth it.
Well, I mean, and I'm sure you're going to say you can relate to this, but sometimes coaches and leaders have to be hardest on their best player to send the message.
I see what you did there.
Yeah,
you see, Coleman?
I knew he would assume it.
Yeah, there were some.
So you got to be hardest and go above and beyond to bring down law and justice on the head of your best, so that everyone else says, "Whoa, if he's going to get on that guy, I better straighten up." So sometimes sending the message through your lightning rod of your best player is
like
important.
Bobby Knight telling Jordan that at halftime in the Olympics, he had 20-something points, he had all over the place, and the guys were up by 30 on some poor little European block country, and he goes in there and he gets after Jordan
For offensive rebounding.
That's right.
You could
Coach hadn't missed his shots.
When are you going to set a screen?
Yeah. HR guy texts in and he says, I want to play golf with Hunter, and ask him what's the holdup with the naming rights. That's pretty good, HR guy.
Someone to say yes might be the holdup.
All right, we got a few things to get to this morning. Got to hear more from Dave Van Horn as he previews this weekend. Colton found a great clip of Mick Cronin talking about the players that he wants to add to the roster. Bruce Pearl has chimed in on Nate Oates and what he's doing in college basketball with the whole Bediako situation. Let's see. NFL might be starting out in Australia. No one's skiing anymore. I don't know why. I guess I'm on that list. I haven't skied in a decade, but I don't want to get back. Plus, there's a potential football exit from Ryan Silverfield's staff that we can talk with Tom Murphy about. But before we do all of that, do want to mention, if you missed this news tidbit yesterday, James Vanderbeek is dead at 48 years old. Most notable for Mox in Varsity Blues?
Probably.
Okay.
I don't know the full roster.
Okay. So. It's Varsity Blues is easily the best.
In America, we have laws against killing, laws against stealing. And it's just accepted that as a member of American society, you will live by these laws. In West Canaan, Texas, there is another society which has its own laws. Football is a way of life.
Your attitude's wrong. Your tone of voice is wrong. This is your opportunity.
For you, playing football at West Canaan may have been the opportunity of your lifetime. But I don't want your life. We got the rest of our lives to be mediocre, but we have the opportunity to play like gods for the next half of football. Let's be heroes. The day was ours. And no one can ever take it away.
It's time for the opening drive.
All right, so you mentioned kind of other movies. I'm going to be honest, I haven't seen Rules of Attraction. I haven't seen any of the scary movies. I watched him in How I Met Your Mother and One Tree Hill and obviously Varsity Blues. But Tommy, Paul Walker, Ron Lester, who played Billy Bob,
Yeah.
and now James Vanderbeek. 3 of the main 4 characters. Tweeter's the other one. I know that guy's in Wi-Fi though. I forget his name. They're all dead. And that was early 2000s, 90s movies, and
Probably filmed in the late 90s, yeah.
And it's just crazy to think about that the 3 of the 4 major cast members in that movie are now dead.
Well, it's a good movie. I mean, let's not put it up there with Gone with the Wind or anything. I mean, it's not the greatest movie of all time, but that is notable that 3 guys that I guess would all be about the same age.
Mm-hmm.
I'm guessing. I'm trying to picture that, but makes you appreciate a few things, particularly when you get to my age, which is just a year or two ahead of, what'd you say, what's 48?
48.
Yeah.
Sean from Bologna said
2 years older.
Varsity Blues was amazing, but he'll always be Dawson from Dawson's Creek. So I've seen that.
Yeah.
Colton had, you haven't, I'm guessing.
Dawson's Creek?
Yeah.
Isn't that a Netflix? I'm thinking of something else.
I've never seen it.
It might be on.
I'm thinking
Netflix
of a different
now.
show, but
Dennis points out, I mean,
I wasn't a big Dawson's Creek guy.
None of them even saw 50 years
More of a
old.
One Tree Hill guy, Tommy.
What was the, was it Stand By Me? Isn't that another movie where all 3 of those guys, or 3 of the 4 died young? Or I think that's right.
Yeah, River
Who's in that?
Phoenix.
I'd have to, but I remember that River Phoenix is one of them. What's the other guy?
I forgot his name. We need better people for this.
Yeah, we need better research. I shouldn't bring things up I don't have the answers to.
I was going to say sometimes I can spark, and it comes to
That was a good childhood, early teenage years movie of mine. Stand By Me. Back when it's set in the 50s.
Will Wheaton.
When you would when 4, 10, 11, 12, 13-year-old kids would go and backpack and hike in the woods, and their parents didn't worry about them.
Stephen King story.
They would wander back home.
I just think it's wild how you used to be able to we would walk to the pool every day, and it was 3 houses down. There's a neighborhood pool. We knew all the lifeguards. We knew all the people that went there for the most part. And we would have a babysitter at the house. This is back when my mom obviously was dead, and my dad was a single dad working. She would stay there a lot of times, and we'd just go to the pool. You could do that. You could hitchhike back in the day. There's just things you unfortunately can't do anymore. And I mean, I think about just doing something outside for 8 hours a day and then coming back. As long as you made it back by a certain time, you're good.
When the street lights come on, get home.
I don't think parents nowadays feel as comfortable doing that, unfortunately.
Nope. We've we now coddle everybody.
Well, it's not just that. I think there's a loss of innocence now. And I hated, we talk about looking back. We're talking about Cal and DBH. Maybe they're hard, like most coaches are on guys, but they're better for in the long run. I was so frustrated with my dad for limiting us to an hour screens growing up, and it drove me insane. But looking back at 31 years old, I am so happy he did that. And I never turned into much of an athlete at all, but I at least was outdoors doing stuff consistently and having a lot of fun. And I just think it's would I have had that much fun as a kid if I was spending 6 hours a day playing video games or whatever? Now, I would do that when I was at friends' houses, but not so much at the house.
If it rots your brain out, my kids are in trouble because that's about all you can get them to do at this age.
I just don't want to have an iPad kid. You see it nowadays. Parents don't want to have to deal with kids, get them to socialize and stuff. The kids are just on their iPads all day. Yeah. And I don't even know if I'm going to have kids, but I don't want iPad kids.
I got one son that's in football, and he's doing off season right now. Another in competitive. It's not like they don't do anything, but you can't hardly drag them away from that stuff anymore. Now they're playing against kids and who knows where part of the world,
Do you have parental controls on that?
Yes.
Okay.
No, you don't. You need to get them.
My wife handles that. So,
okay.
Yeah. I wouldn't know how to set
that was fun. Xbox Live back in the day when you could play with your friends was a lot of fun.
It's very mild-mannered now, Ty. You can't do any of the things that you could do back in the day.
Like certain words and stuff you can't
say any of that. You'll get banned for life.
Oh, that's lame.
It is lame. It is lame.
I don't know. I hear a lot of screaming and words that probably I shouldn't hear coming out of the basement at times. So,
where do you think he learned them?
From you.
He doesn't listen to this show.
I'm listening to you, Ty. All right, that's your opening drive. It's brought to you by the Oaklawn Sports app. We've got a full weekend of college basketball. The Olympics are still rolling, and you can find all the odds and all the action with the Oaklawn Sports app. Get it now, and when you sign up as a new customer, you get $1,000 in bonus bets. And here's how it works. Each of your first 10 days, you're going to get a second chance bet if your first bet doesn't go your way, up to $100 a day for 10 days. That's $1,000 in bonus bets. Plus, you can find out for new and existing customers about 3-leg parlays that qualify for an extra profit boost as well. It's all with the Oaklawn Sports app. Download it now in the Apple app or Google Play Store. Bet with the brand you trust anywhere in Arkansas. Bet with Oaklawn Sports.
You were asking Stand By Me earlier. Hog Wild, Josefa, Doug, and our buddy Keith Wilson at CJ's all text in. River Phoenix, Corey Feldman, Will Wheaton, and Jerry O'Connell.
Are three of those dead?
I think
no, they're not.
Only one.
Only one
of them. I just did the
Did you look it up? Because O'Connell.
Your point is still valid, though, dude.
Well, clearly not.
I didn't give you already.
Maybe River Phoenix died twice. Maybe I don't remember.
Sometimes I could snap to and tell you something off the top of my head when it's pop culture or sports. But yeah, you
did one of them nearly die? Maybe that's it. Maybe they died in the movie. Maybe that's what. Maybe they died in the movie.
Jerry O'Connell's still doing his for bars.
He is
for
hilarious.
Yeah.
Jerry O'Connell is one of the
married to a model.
Kangaroo Jack, one of the most underrated movies of the 2000s that he was in. Fantastic.
All right. If you haven't downloaded the Hit That Line Now app, do it now. It's powered by Taco Bell. Some Taco Bell would be good right now. Satisfy your daytime cravings with a Cantina chicken menu lineup. It's available now at Taco Bell, the Hit That Line Now app, in the Apple app or Google Play Store. Listen, take us along anywhere you go. Podcast, live video streams, and more. It's the Hit That Line Now app, powered by Taco Bell.
Hog update coming up. Going to hear from Dave Van Horn on this weekend. Couple things from John Calipari, basketball, and some football news when we come back.
The day was ours, and no one can ever take it away.
You're listening to The Morning Rush.
Whether you're fishing for coldwater bass on Beaver Lake or Table Rock, or fishing for a trophy brown trout on the Mighty White River, the Smithwick Original Suspending Rattling Rogue will catch them. It has that famous rolling action whether it's fished extremely slow or worked fast in heavy current. This rogue suspends, so it will stay in the strike zone longer, allowing you to catch more fish. Available at Walmart, Bass Pro Shops, Academy, LureNet.com, and tackle stores all over the place. The Smithwick Original Suspending Rattling Rogue.
Looking for a fence that stands out and stands strong? Call the Fence Man, 479-782-3936. Serving the Fort Smith area for over 40 years, the Fence Man builds custom, one-of-a-kind fences, residential, commercial, and high security. Need automatic gates? The Fence Man does it. Need financing? You got it. 18-month financing is available. Get your free quote today at thefencemanar.com. Or call 479-782-3936. The Fence Man. He ain't afraid of no work.
Superstars Joe Klein and Pat Bradley for Arkansas's #1 sports app, Bet Saracen.
Joe, you know the main difference between Bet Saracen and those other guys?
Definitely. Easier to navigate. Always good parlays. Plus lots of fun choices. Like ping pong. Right there on the app.
But the real difference are those special promos.
Get $250 on us with your first $25 wager.
Gambling problem? Call 800-GAMBLER.
Just for heroes.
This is The Morning Rush.
APAC Arcola and Standard Materials Group has immediate openings in the Northwest Arkansas area. If you're a licensed CDL driver, heavy equipment operator, electrician, diesel mechanic, have paving or concrete labor experience, or experience in a quarry, apply today at jobs.crh.com. APAC offers top pay, a sign-on bonus, benefits including insurance, retirement, and profit sharing. Apply online today at jobs.crh.com. APAC Arcola and Standard Materials Group is an equal opportunity employer.
Dental emergencies do not wait, and neither should you. At Valley Urgent Dental, they're here for you on the weekends, whether it's a broken tooth, a painful infection, or a crown that's come loose. Dr. Kendall Roberts and Dr. Doug Terry are ready to help. Why wait till Monday? Call 479-235-5655 now. Valley Urgent Dental is located at 5505 Uper Lane behind Golden Corral in Fort Smith. Valley Urgent Dental, emergency dental care when you need it most.
Flu vaccines, both regular and high dose for seniors, are now available at Law's Drug Store in Fort Smith. Call 452-6116 to schedule your shot appointment. Usually there is no cost when covered by your insurance. Law's Drug has COVID vaccines, RSV vaccines for ages 60 plus. Pneumonia and tetanus shots are also available. Law's Drug Store, 6802 Rogers Avenue behind Outback Steakhouse. Law's Drug Store, open 6 days a week to safely care for you and your family.
Wave Rural Connect has some exciting news. Our service is now available in a brand new zone covering parts of Midland and Montreal. If you're along Highway 45, 252 or 253, or on Douglas Road or Slaytonville Road, you can get fast, reliable fiber internet today. Don't miss out. Visit waveruralconnect.com or call 1-833-492-8372. Wave Rural Connect. Internet that works when you need it most.
Do you need closure on your garage? Call Grit Garage Doors. Whether it's a new door, a squeaky closing sound, a broken spring, or just off track, Grit is who you can trust. Call Grit. There's no door Grit can't close. Local team, local service with honesty and integrity. Call Grit Garage Doors. 479-430-3667. That's 479-430-DOOR. Grit is who you can trust.
They say consistency is the key to success. They weren't wrong. So how about grabbing a beer that's consistently smooth, consistently refreshing, and consistently light? You might just find that the road to success can be pretty enjoyable. Michelob Ultra, the perfect balance of taste and refreshment, and only 2.6 carbs and 95 calories. It's only worth it if you enjoy it. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Michelob Ultra Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Ty Richardson from the Morning Rush, and I want to tell you what Linda, Joe, and their team are doing at Newmeyer's Whippoorwill Restaurant. Daily lunch specials come with a side and a roll, Monday through Friday from 11 to 3, just $9.99 each. Mondays is Mimi's Meatloaf. Tuesday is 3 chicken dinners. Wednesday is chicken fried steak. Thursday, Garrison Swiss chicken. And Friday, a Whippoorwill burger. 509 Garrison Avenue in downtown Fort Smith. Newmeyer's Whippoorwill Restaurant. Timeless Southern home cooking.
This is Daryl Johnston with Hashtag Managed IT Services. We are excited to now be part of AAA Business Systems. Hashtag will continue to handle every IT need your business will have, and now, as part of AAA Business Systems, we can handle all of your document printing and storage solutions. Together, we have the expertise to meet all of your office technology needs. Find us online at aaabm.com or call us at 471-1771.
Your home for every Razorback football, basketball, and baseball game. ESPN 95.3.
Gage Wood, no hits him. Allen has a wide open man. It's Childs. He's loose. He scores. Childs, please.
Well, Uncle Tommy loves the Razorbacks.
ARKNSAS. This is your Hog Update on the Morning Rush.
Go Hog.
Yeah, it'll be Gackle on Friday. Then we'll go with Dietz on Saturday and Fisher on Sunday.
Monday?
We're not going to announce that yet. We know who we're throwing, but we're not going to announce it.
How cool would it be as a true freshman to throw your first pitch for Arkansas at Globe Life Park in a stadium like that? Not to say it wouldn't be awesome to have it in Baum Walker Stadium or anything, but your first collegiate pitch in a major league park Monday would be pretty cool.
Yeah, and that's one of the reasons you come to Arkansas, right? Or you transfer in the portal to Arkansas. Events like this are things you get to do. You're going to pitch in front of nice crowds. You're going to pitch in great facilities. You're going to practice in great facilities. You're going to get to play in meaningful games in May and June. So this is one of the luxuries, one of the amenities of playing at Arkansas.
Well, it used to be every 4 years if you were a senior, and Izzo was kind of the same way, that if you stay with Arkansas for 4 years, you were going to the College World Series, just the math on that. That time, as we discussed, 18, 19, 22, and 25 has been kind of crunched a little bit. I don't know, it's not quite 3 years, but, I mean, odds are if you play for Arkansas and if you're draft eligible and you decide to leave or whatnot for 3 years, you're probably going to end up in Omaha. So we'll see how this team fares. Again, they open their season tomorrow in Globe Life. We'll have coverage for you across most of these ESPN Arkansas stations, as well as hitthatline.com. Football news for you this morning. We'll talk with Tom about this. There's a report out from CBS Sports, Matt Zenitz, that Marion Hobby, your defensive line coach, is heading up to coach for the Indianapolis Colts. So I don't know. It's February 12th. Portal guys are in, but where he goes, if this report is indeed true, which I have no reason to believe it's not, where he goes for his new D-line coach.
Well, and probably wasn't planning on making staff changes already, but welcome to, he's been a head coach, but welcome to be a head coach at the Power 5 level.
Other football news, Dan Skipper is going to be on the Detroit staff, according to CBS Detroit. He's retired, so happy for him. Guys that are going to be at
There's your coach you could bring in.
Yeah.
So.
But he
has no coaching experience.
I was going to say, I don't know about the defensive line. I know he's...
he's went against those guys, so...
Yeah. February 23rd through the 2nd.
And if a bar fight breaks out, he's really handy.
You know, the thing about Skipper, it was so funny when they would let us into certain practices, certain events, and Skipper was always in the mix. If you don't know this, skirmishes happen all the time between the defensive and offensive line. It's like the first and second team in basketball or anything else. Guys are just sick of playing each other. They're ready to play the teams, especially in the offseason. And so when you're face-to-face, face mask to face mask, shoulder to shoulder with a guy day in, day out, you get tired of him pretty quick. And so it's just funny, every time that there was a fight or skirmish or pushing and shoving, Skipper, one, because he was 6'9", two, he was just always in the middle of it. Because like you said, I don't know if you want to mess with him. I was trying to remember, I don't think he might have been a bouncer at Z when I was in school. That's one of those guys you don't want to fight in the bar end, because he will rip you up and throw you 10 feet out of the bar. Can't remember if he was or not, but definitely
sound like you know from experience.
Definitely, I have never been. No, that's not true. I was gonna go somewhere, but I've absolutely been thrown out of bars. Let's see. Jordan Smith's gonna announce his decision tomorrow. Number one combo guard in college basketball, might be the National Player of the Year out of high school, and it's looking like Arkansas is going to beat out Duke for his services. Now, a lot can change in 24 hours, and especially today's age of college basketball, but Deuce Toure, J.J. Andrews, got this guy. I don't know if Cal's going to go more than beyond 4 freshmen. 3 kind of seems the deal, but got his announcement tomorrow, so hopefully some good news prior to that Auburn game Saturday night.
All right, that is your Hog Updates, brought to you by Joe's Grill and Cantina. They are ready for Valentine's Day with a special couples menu that you and your sweetheart can enjoy. Here's what you get for only $50 a couple. Queso or guacamole to share together to start your meal. Soup or salad, you can enjoy that. Then your choice of 2 entrees. Char-grilled combo fajitas. They have great fajitas there. They brought this in last week, and I'm going to tell you, it's probably my new favorite. I had never tried the spinach and mushroom enchiladas with grilled steak or chicken. I did the steak. They were fabulous. And that enchilada sauce they have on that, it's different than the brown sauce. It's a little more of a creamier, cheesier sauce. It was phenomenal. What's it say on here what they call that? Oh, it's fresh spinach, portobello mushrooms, shredded cheddar jack cheese, and some kind of sauce. You can choose that. Chili lime salmon, or their Mexicality, which is charred grilled chicken with spinach and poblano cream sauce. That might be what they use. It's all great. Plus, you get to share a heart-shaped skillet brownie with ice cream and caramel sauce, all for $50. So 2 entrees, a dessert, soup or salad for each of you, and a shared appetizer, $50. You can't go anywhere else and get that kind of deal. Plus, you get chips and salsa and all that stuff as well. It's all at Joe's Grill and Cantina this Friday and Saturday, the 13th and the 14th. Joe's Grill and Cantina is at 3400 South 74th Street across from Harps.
All right, so did you see Lane Kiffin at the Pelicans game?
No, I did not.
He's with Layla. So I'm wondering if they're back together.
Well, yeah, they have been for a while.
But are they back married or whatever officially?
Well, I think he's not probably. I don't know that, but they're together.
What'd you say, Colton?
I don't want to put a title on things.
Okay. All right. I just saw that video yesterday. I'd heard that, but that was the first time maybe I'd seen that. I just thought that was funny. They're getting as much pub out of him when it comes to LSU stuff, and he's kind of doing a statewide tour like Silverfield is doing here.
So no, I mean he could make worse choices, but
That's a good way to
hopefully
put it.
you don't have to learn something new the second time you didn't learn the first time around on that deal. Lewis Automotive Group Hotline is open, serving drivers since 1946, built on tradition first. Since 1946, no pressure, no hassle, just tradition. The celebration starts now with the Lewis Automotive Group.
All right, when we come back, Morning Rush Daily Question, and I want to talk about what Mick Cronin had to say, which I thought was pretty entertaining. Stay with us. Think Tank Thursday continues next.
I've always found this program to be very enlightening.
You're listening to the Morning Rush with Ty Richardson and Tommy Kraft.
All guests join us on the Lewis Automotive Hotline. Call or text 877-377-6963. The celebration starts now.
Designed by Jason Christie, the Booyah Finesse Covert Spinnerbait doesn't just bring the fight, it dominates. Choose from 3 blade options: Colorado for maximum thump, Willow for bright flash, and the one the pros won't talk about, the Oklahoma blade. Perfectly balanced for subtle vibration, multiple flash points, and unmatched versatility. The Oklahoma blade is your secret weapon for pressured waters. Precision engineering, tournament proven, and one mission: dominate. Booyah Finesse Covert Spinnerbait, here for one thing.
Looking for a fence that stands out and stands strong? Call the Fence Man, 479-782-3936. Serving the Fort Smith area for over 40 years, the Fence Man builds custom, one-of-a-kind fences, residential, commercial, and high security. Need automatic gates? The Fence Man does it. Need financing? You got it. 18-month financing is available. Get your free quote today at thefencemanar.com. Or call 479-782-3936. The Fence Man. He ain't afraid of no work.
Superstars Joe Klein and Pat Bradley for Arkansas's #1 sports app. That's Saracen.
Joe, you know the main difference between Bet Saracen and those other guys?
Definitely easier to navigate. Always good parlays. Plus lots of fun choices like ping pong right there on the app.
But the real difference are those special promos.
Get $250 on us with your first $25 wager.
Gambling problem? Call 800-GAMBLER.
Put some respect on that man's name.
This is the Morning Rush.
Take your tax refund the extra mile with a road-ready certified pre-owned vehicle at Rath Auto Resources. We've been working around the clock to beef up our inventory, and we're proud to say this is our best, largest selection of road-ready certified pre-owned vehicles ever. With so many to choose from, price to sell, and back-to-back comprehensive warranty, there's no reason to settle for less. Come see why your friends and neighbors voted us the River Valley's #1 pre-owned car dealer, and see why all the happiest drivers are rolling with Rath. Rath Auto Resources, 4515 Towson Avenue, Fort Smith.
They say consistency is the key to success. They weren't wrong. So how about grabbing a beer that's consistently smooth, consistently refreshing, and consistently light? You might just find that the road to success can be pretty enjoyable. Michelob Ultra, the perfect balance of taste and refreshment, and only 2.6 carbs and 95 calories. It's only worth it if you enjoy it. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Michelob Ultra Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Contractors, you've got jobs to win and customers to impress. That's why you choose Luxair HVAC systems, built for performance, efficiency, and reliability. And at J&B Supply, we've had your back since 1968. We're a local family-owned distributor that treats our customers like family too, with the products, expertise, and service you need to get the job done right. For over 50 years, HVAC and plumbing pros have trusted J&B Supply in Fort Smith, Springdale, and Bentonville. J&B Supply, where the professionals go.
Hey Razorback fans, Matt Jones here. We're all experiencing higher prices on just about everything, and that includes sunrooms, patio covers, and windows. If you've gotten an estimate on any of these projects and you were shocked by the price, then you need to call Sawyers. They've been making quality, affordable products for 35 years. They're local, they have 100% financing, and a beautiful showroom with all their products displayed. So give my buddy Buzz a call or check them out at sawyers-sunrooms.com.
Hello, this is Sebastian County Assessor Zach Johnson here to remind you to assess your personal property by May 31st to avoid late penalty. You can do this in person at one of our 3 locations, over the phone, or online by going to www.countyservice.net. I would also like to remind any current homeowners or any individuals buying their homes on contract to contact our office and check on your eligibility for the homestead tax credit. Contact us today to see if you qualify. The homestead tax credit could save you up to $600 off your tax bill.
This ad sponsored by the Sebastian County Assessor and paid for by Amendment 79.
You will never find a boring old burger at Art's Barbecue and Burgers in Fort Smith. Try the Wild West Burger, topped with a hotling, jalapenos, and Art's hot sauce. The Brisket Burger, with tender brisket and caramelized onions on top of their hand-patted burger. Or the famous Art Attack, with house bacon, smoked ham, an onion ring, and a fried egg. There are 10 different burgers to choose from, and they're all $1 off every Saturday. Art's Barbecue Burgers and more. Rogers Avenue, next to Buddy's in Fort Smith.
Congratulations, you're officially part of the Crane Cash Winner Circle. Feels good to celebrate those huge savings and all that extra Crane cash for your trade, doesn't it? With Crane, it's easy to feel like a champion.
That's because we'll beat any competitor's price. That's right. Bring us anyone else's deal and we'll beat it. Now that's winning. That's the Crane Team.
Find your winning deal at craneteam.com.
Last year, ESPN Arkansas listeners showed up in a big way, raising over $20,000 for Arkansas Children's Northwest. Let's make this year even bigger. All February long, we're asking you to help us support local kids and families through the Champions for Children Give-a-thon with a huge push Friday, February 27th. No amount is too small, and every single dollar makes a difference. Just go to hitthatline.com, click the Give-a-thon link, choose your favorite show, and donate. Together, we can change lives right here in our community. Let's make a difference.
Your home for every Razorback football, basketball, and baseball game. ESPN 95.3.
That Social Morning Rush Daily Question.
All right, you men. I'm going to ask you a question, and I want you to answer to the best of your ability.
It's going to be a quick answer to an incredibly terrible, long question.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
Check out Nate and Christian's Place in Lowell online at carpathsocial.com.
Put them in the order for you personally, and I think I probably know Ty's answer, but some feedback here on the Lewis Automotive Group hotline. 3 things you're excited for right now with the Razorbacks: spring football, the start of baseball season, or the rest of the regular season in basketball. What's got you a little more juiced up right now? Because I know that for the hardcore baseball people, that's easy. Mm-hmm. I assume basketball is your number one because you're a basketball guy. But for the football people, I mean, there's something for everybody right now to be excited about that's either on the horizon immediately with baseball, just barely around the corner with spring football, which there's a ton of unknowns there. And for a hardcore basketball guy like you, your more interesting answer is probably your number 2.
Yeah, basketball, baseball, football. Because season, off season. Like I don't know how you can get more excited. Even if it's like in sport rankings, it's basketball than football than baseball for me.
Yeah.
I don't know how you can get more excited for an off season than an actual season.
Because of the unknown with Silverfield and what it's all really going to look like. So for me, it's the rest of this basketball season, but then it's spring football number 2 for me. Because really what happens in Arlington and what happens over the next 2 or 3 weeks in baseball don't mean a whole lot to how the season's going to pan out. We've seen years where they have dominated early. We have seen pitching performances that have been outstanding. We've seen them score 18 runs in a February game. None of that means anything come June. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, I don't think they're going to lose 3 of 4 in Arlington, but it doesn't mean anything come June.
And I don't want to take words out of his mouth, but DVS said to a certain extent something like that yesterday. I'm forgetting he gets asked by Matt Jones what would be a successful weekend, and I'm forgetting his exact words, but I get, because like you said, we mentioned earlier in the show, last year's pitching rotation was Gackle, then Wood, then Root, and that obviously changed when Root became the starter. Gage was still a starter, but not necessarily in that role. So just things happen. There's a lot that happens between a weekend like this and then
injuries. I mean, Gage got hurt.
And there's 56 games.
Yeah.
I mean, with basketball, we got 7 left now?
7 conference, SEC tournament.
Right. I mean, but 7 regular season. Yeah. That was the kind of the boundaries of the question. With football, tell me what you know. What's Ryan Silverfield going to do offensively, defensively? What's it going to look like? I mean, what's the quarter? I mean, we don't have a solid answer to anything. Mm-hmm. So I'm excited to maybe learn a little bit, because that will set the tone for the way the season will start.
But do you counterpoint it with, like, you never really do after spring?
No, I don't think that's always true. I think a lot of times, I mean, I know who we believe is going to be number one right now at quarterback, but do you know that's going to be your starting quarterback September 5th? No.
They don't trot KJ Jackson out there. I'll be shocked.
Well, what if he stinks it up in the spring and someone outplays him? We don't know that yet. I mean, that wasn't likely the last couple of seasons.
You see all these things that you're talking about, Tommy, all this intrigue about football, that just makes me really, really hesitant and gun-shy. That's why it's a distant third, a very, very
it's because
distant
we
third.
have...
I'm with Ty, focused on basketball. Baseball's coming up. I love this crossover season. But football, all this intrigue.
But it's not about focus. It's about excitement.
Oh,
absolutely.
It makes me worried.
Okay.
You don't know who your quarterback is going into next season?
Form of excitement?
Where's
maybe
cautiously optimistic. Well, just think about it. Like, this isn't Ryan's or Coach Silverfield's fault. Since 2012, John L., Brett, Bielema, Chad Morris, Sam Pittman. So he's number 5. This is the least excited I have been about on a new tenure of a football coach in over a decade. It's nothing he's done. It's the prior 4. And
okay,
and
is there something that can happen to get you excited?
Not in the spring. You beat Utah in Salt Lake second week. Yeah, let's go. Georgia week 3. Let's go. That was the same thing with Ole Miss with Pittman this last year. It's like, I don't care what happens until they get to Oxford. You can ruin the season by losing to Arkansas State. They didn't. They blew them out. But if you win in Oxford, that changes the entire. It's the exact same setup except different location. You're not going to Oxford, Mississippi. You're going to Salt Lake City to take on Utah. That's how you get people excited. I don't think there's anything that'll happen in the spring because there's not going to be no comings and goings. You're going to hear stuff. You get to see a little more. You get to talk to, I guess, an OC and a DC, and Roberts and Cramsey. But I'm waiting until September. That's my stance on that.
All right, that's your Morning Rush Daily Question. It's brought to you by our favorite place to play indoor golf. That's Cart Path Social.
Yeah, Valentine's Day Scramble going on tomorrow and Saturday. Give them a call at 479-487-3622. Make sure you want to tell them that you can sign up. 90 minutes in and out. A chance to win Cart Path Social, his and her sweatshirts, gift cards, and more. It's always BYOB at Cart Path Social. Over 10 TVs to watch the Arkansas games. March Madness coming up, plus the second annual Masters Invitational is coming up next month. Cart Path Social, 122 Grant Place in Lowell. And again, it's always BYOB at Cart Path Social. Have you heard this Mick Cronin clip?
No, play it for me.
Mick Cronin, never short of an outburst, UCLA head coach, former Cincinnati head basketball coach, trying to figure out, like, you're seeing all these men in the SEC, Big Ten, and the Big 12, and like everyone else, you're trying to find guys that can compete in the post.
Find me the biggest, nastiest vodka drinking Eastern European you can. That's what I tell Yogi's meeting all these agents from all over the world are coming in, I guess. And just find some guy that used to like wrestle bears in Lithuania or something. The Big Ten is no joke, but everybody's big. Yeah, everybody's strong.
One more time.
Find me the biggest, nastiest vodka drinking Eastern European you can.
It's one way to put it. And I mean, you look at, you were talking about Arizona and Kansas earlier this week, just the physicality that both the Wildcats and the Jayhawks play with. Big Ten's got Michigan. I mean, there are some studs. Michigan State, we saw firsthand how physical of a team that is. I just wonder, when we mentioned the 7 remaining regular season games, is this what Malik Ewan and Nick Pringle are? And you just, because that's really the only weak link on your team.
Play it again.
Find me the biggest, nastiest vodka drinking Eastern European you can.
I mean, is he describing basketball players or my golf group? I'm not sure which one that is there, but it's all right. It's a man's league, man. And the older these players get, like, they're not 19 and 20, they're 22 and 23, and there is a difference. These guys are, they're a man. You got to be a man to play inside at the 4 and 5. You got to be a man to drive in, even at A-Cuff at 18, 19, whatever he is. That's who you're going to go in there and create contact against.
I think that's one of the things that's been so impressive about Darius is some guys will shy away from the paint late in games, but this kid seeks it out. Like, he'll pull up at mid-range and three-pointers throughout the game. Not to say he won't go to the cup, throughout the game. But when the game is on the line, when I think about like the and one he hit, was it Oklahoma, some of the other games, like where he is getting to the rim and you're forcing officials to make a call, or the defense is like, I can't foul this kid.
Yeah. They got to play straight up, or they make any mistake defensively, he makes them pay for it.
Yeah, he has been he's been a special player and special to watch. And Cal was on Chuck and Bo this morning. He's one of those freshmen that are quote unquote here to stay. And you got him, you got Malik, and you got Isaiah Sealy. This class right now has got 2 freshmen that's coming. Might be a third if Smith commits and signs with you in the coming days. But here was Cal earlier this morning.
I do, and I don't think it's going to change. And I think the transfer stuff, because the COVID is away and all the other stuff is away, I think it'll settle down a little bit. But, you know, kids should have a chance to transfer. Once without penalty. The second time would be without penalty if a coach leaves, gets fired, then you should be able to leave. Short of that, those 2 things, you should sit out. Why? Because you can graduate, so we can be real. This isn't fake stuff.
Arkansas is going to have
fake what?
Freshmen. Goodness. What did he say?
I was wondering.
I didn't hear that. Arkansas is going to have freshmen. Like Smith comes in, he's probably a one and done. Eric Darius a one and done. Malik's a one and done. Like you're going to have guys come in and then go straight to the NBA. I do wonder with the whole Darren Peterson situation that's going on in Lawrence right now. It's like, do coaches rethink bringing in high caliber freshmen?
Well, I think you got to rethink the contract you make with them. No, you can't shy away from getting the best talent, but what you have to do is put it on a per game basis. I mean, you can't miss this much time as Peterson's missed.
And we're lucky,
legitimate injury or not.
Yeah,
you know.
So Malik's playing through that hand injury. He's also got, there was something else he's dealing with. Darius, I don't think, has missed a game this season. I don't think Malik has either. He's just been dealing with that on his hand. By the way, I think we talked about it's been getting bigger. You haven't had that, at least on this team. I know a lot of people would point to what happened with Nick Smith. I'm not privy to that information behind the scenes of what was going on. I just wonder if other coaches, maybe not Cal, but other coaches are saying, I don't know if I want to recruit this high. Because what you said is accurate.
And I don't know what the boundaries are on what contract limit, but you can't pay these guys to have injuries that their agent comes up with.
Mm-hmm.
You can't have players listening more to their agent than their head coach. And I think that's definitely part of the equation with what's going on there at Kansas. And as a coach, what do you do about it? You can't out the kid publicly. That's not going to work out well for you. You know, but if the word gets out,
your hands are tied if you're Bill Self.
Well,
you're in a no-win situation.
You've chewed up a bunch of money. You talk about a locker room problem where your teammates are out there busting it, and that's what others think. That's a problem. Could be a big problem. So I mean, and then all of a sudden you get healthy when the big games roll around. I mean,
not even the big game.
Yeah.
Doesn't play against number 1 Arizona at home.
No. I'm talking about tournament games. I'm talking about,
Well, he's not playing in the Big 12 tournament. They're playing on the glass floor for the Big 12 tournament.
Oh, yeah. Did you see that?
That's a big risk.
It's what's the term that you put down on a rundown? It's it's LED.
Mm-hmm.
That is the best tournament in college basketball, not the NCAA tournament. Big 12's better than Nashville.
So, hey, if you're looking for an attorney that can help you through any kind of situation, criminal, personal, corporate matter, Jackie Mock at Mock Legal Solutions is the one with over 13 years of experience. She can help you whether it's a car wreck you've recently been involved in, slip and fall case, contract issue, family law, or maybe estate planning. Jackie is there to help you. She understands you can't afford a $5,000 retainer and a down payment to get started. That's why they work out easy to understand flat fees, monthly payments that work for you, and make it really easy for you to understand as well with payment plans. Go to mocklegalsolutions.com. They're licensed in Arkansas and Oklahoma, or call 479-769-1505.
Hour 2 coming up next.
Bruce Stanton, Vice President and General Manager of Pradco Fishing in Fort Smith. If you're going to do some cold water bass fishing, you need to be using an Umbrella Flash Mob Jr. It's the best lure for duplicating a small school of shad and can be worked from the top of the water column to the bottom. Whether you're trying to win a bass tournament or whoop up on a bunch of white bass and stripers, the Umbrella Flash Mob Jr. will catch them Available at Walmart, Bass Pro Shops, Academy, LureNet.com, and tackle stores all over the place. The Umbrella Flash Mob Jr.
Looking for a fence that stands out and stands strong? Call the Fence Man, 479-782-3936. Serving the Fort Smith area for over 40 years, the Fence Man builds custom, one-of-a-kind fences, residential, commercial, and high security. Need automatic gates? The Fence Man does it. Need financing? You got it. 18-month financing is available. Get your free quote today at thefencemanar.com. Or call 479-782-3936. The Fence Man. He ain't afraid of no work.
Superstars Joe Klein and Pat Bradley for Arkansas's #1 sports app, Bet Saracen.
Joe, you know the main difference between Bet Saracen and those other guys?
Definitely. Easier to navigate. Always good parlays. Plus lots of fun choices. Like ping pong. Right there on the app.
But the real difference are those special promos.
Get $250 on us with your first $25 wager.
Gambling problem? Call 800-GAMBLER.
Is it time for you to finally get the barn, hunting lodge, barn dominium, or garage you always wanted? Sutherland's is here to help. Hi, this is Jeremy, sales manager at Sutherland's. When you choose to work with us, you can expect top quality, expertise, and peace of mind, knowing that Sutherland's will do whatever it takes to get the building you've always wanted. For a free quote, call 1-800-66-BARNS. Free estimates at Sutherland's.com. For over 100 years, Sutherland's has been helping folks build it better. No matter the project, we're here to help. Because at Sutherland's, home starts here.
This is the Morning Rush.
Take your tax refund the extra mile with a road-ready certified pre-owned vehicle at Wrap Auto Resources. We've been working around the clock to beef up our inventory, and we're proud to say this is our best, largest selection of road-ready certified pre-owned vehicles ever. With so many to choose from, price to sell, and back-to-back comprehensive warranty, there's no reason to settle for less. Come see why your friends and neighbors voted us the River Valley's #1 pre-owned car dealer, and see why all the happiest drivers are rolling with Wrath. Wrath Auto Resources, 4515 Towson Avenue, Fort Smith.
With 10 extravagant indulgences for $3 or less, Taco Bell's new Lutz value menu makes you feel Lutz. As their official Lutziers, I help when it makes you feel too Lutz. Like when you eat the delectable new mini taco salad, you don't need a mini taco salad fork. The fork that comes in the bag is fine. Just like the beefy potato loaded griller isn't bruleed, it's grilled. Just as good though. Try Taco Bell's new Lutz value menu for $3 or less today. At participating Taco Bell stores while supplies last. Price of participation varies. Tax extra.
Basketballs bounce, cheerleaders cheer, and fans are flocking to the paint store in Van Buren. The paint store in Van Buren is known for their color matching. The paint store in Van Buren is known for their help with color selection. The paint store in Van Buren shares their expert advice from 35 years of experience. If you haven't been to the paint store in Van Buren, you are missing out. How about you give them a shout next time you need some real-life help you can't get on YouTube?
Valley Family Dental at the entrance to Riley Farms provides every type of dental care and procedure for you and your family. General dentistry, braces, implants, same-day crowns, and cosmetics. Dr. Sparkman, Farmer, and now Dr. Blaine Van Nice work to give all of their patients a better life with a better smile. Valley Family Dental, 5901 Riley Park Drive, Suite A at the entrance to Riley Farms. Let them know you heard this on ESPN Radio and receive $300 off a snore guard. Valley Family Dental, 479-226-3500 for an appointment or visit valleyfamilydentalpractice.com.
The Greater Fort Smith Association of Home Builders presents the Home Show 2026, coming to the Fort Smith Convention Center February 20th through 22nd. Discover the latest in home ideas with live demonstrations, exciting giveaways, and something for everyone. Bring the kids for a bounce house area, a hands-on kids workshop, a Lego building contest, and see the Guinness Book of World Records largest brick. Don't miss the Home Show 2026. Fun, family, and inspiration all under one roof. FortSmithHomebuilders.com.
Arkansas Fuel Injection in Fort Smith has been providing quality work for all new and rebuilt diesel pumps and injectors for over 25 years. They are a certified diesel shop with a team of quality technicians that ensure the highest quality workmanship and warranties all their work. They are open Monday through Friday 8 to 5 and has emergency service available 24 hours a day. For all your diesel pump, fuel injection, and parts needs, stop by Arkansas Fuel Injection, 6300 South 29th Street, Fort Smith. Call them today at 1-800-817-7709. Arkansas Fuel Injection.
Hey, it's Todd Richardson. We're here at Papa's Pub and Pizzeria, 508 Garrison Avenue, downtown Fort Smith with Rachel. Rachel, tell our audience why we love coming here on Thursday.
We have a great crowd, great sports, buckets for 15, good vibes, good atmosphere. Can't beat it.
Rachel, we're here every Thursday. Do you ever get tired of it?
You have your times, but you keep coming back, so we put up with you.
Well, we appreciate it. 508 Garrison Avenue in downtown Fort Smith. It's Papa's Pub and Pizzeria. What do we always say?
It's the best darn pizza in Fort Smith.
Perhaps the world.
ESPN Arkansas weather.
For today, lots of sunshine. Our high temperatures today will be into the lower 60s. Tonight, partly cloudy sky and overnight low upper 30s to low 40s. Could see a few isolated showers on Friday, a high on Friday right around the mid to upper 60s. Showers on Saturday. I'm Sally Russell with your forecast on ESPN Arkansas.
The weather is brought to you by Colorworks. Whether it's the weather or just life, call Andy at Colorworks Paint and Body for all your auto body repairs.
KERX Sportsman, broadcasting live from the Busch Light Studios. This is the Morning Rush.
Well hit down the line in right field. Will it stay fair? Yes, it will. Dominic Fletcher goes yard.
10 strikeouts for Hagen Smith, 6 straight strikeouts for Smith, and 9 in a row set down by Smith.
The way it works is we're not asking them to coach our players at all. It's just, they're out there, we're taking batting practice, and he's running down balls, and it's just amazing to watch him. And our guys gravitate to him. They get to know him. Our pro guys are working out in the morning, so our guys are around him and get to see him and talk to him, and it's just great. It's great culture.
Live from the Busch Light Studios. Produced by Colton Little.
But he did misspell the word thesaurus. It looks like a dinosaur now. Thesaurus.
With Ty Richardson.
No, I just need to get over this hangover.
And Tommy Kraft.
For a guy that leases a screwdriver, that's pretty good for me.
This is the Morning Rush.
So we're going to get to the bottom of the toilet mess after...
The toilet mess? What do you
Somebody
mean?
called
I
earlier,
fixed
Tommy.
it.
I thought you
called
said
earlier
that-
and said you need to get with the water department. Did you get it fixed?
I thought you said you only fixed one part of it.
Well, the handle, it was broken. So I fixed it. I put a brand new one on.
Okay. I thought that for whatever reason yesterday's show you only said you had fixed part of it. I don't know why.
No, that was the only part that needed fixed.
Huh?
Man, I'm a real handyman. What are you talking about? I replaced a handle on a toilet.
Well,
all by myself.
I called the handyman.
With no YouTube supervision.
The idea, I'm going to screw it up, so might as well pay someone else to do it. That's my thought process on when it comes to stuff around the house.
What about you? Did you call Cody?
Yeah, Cody. Cody helped me out. Got an appointment next week. Let's go. Get the dishwasher.
Next
thing
week?
figured.
Chop,
Next
chop.
Thur-
Let's
next-
get on it.
Next Thursday.
You're Ty Richardson. Drop everything.
Half a dishwasher. No. I just hope I don't have to buy a new one. I really don't want to have to spend money on something. I guess that's part of owning a house now. That is not.
It's your dishwasher, yeah.
It's not fun, right? And I really haven't, knock on wood, had to pay for anything outlandish thus far since moving the house, with the exception of just adding stuff. But I'm not looking forward to when things start breaking down.
Well, if they broke down in a home you're renting, guess what happens to your rent? It goes up.
Since when? What?
Well, since forever. If it costs the landlord more to operate the rent house, the rent will go up.
I've never been in a situation where that's happened to me, renting a house.
Well,
ever.
It happens every day, man.
That's weird.
If I got to replace appliances and it costs me more, then who bears the cost of that?
The homeowner.
No, sir. The renter will ultimately bear the cost of that.
Oh, I rented for
It's a
10
business.
years. Rented for 10 years. Never did that at all.
Yeah.
I guess that's a different way on your part, I guess.
Well, it's worked for me. That's how you do it, because you're not there to lose money. You're there to make money.
Hog Wild said it's a 1%er problem on the dishwasher. I'm just ready for it.
I mean, I don't know many people that have a dual dishwasher.
I've never seen one before until that.
Again, can't hide money. Hey, today at Uncorked Phoenix Avenue next to Sodi's in Fort Smith, make your own bouquet. You can go by. They're going to have They're going to have a wide assortment of items, and you can put together your own bouquet for your sweetheart. That starts at 4 o'clock today. Will last through happy hour at 6 o'clock. They can do that again tomorrow. So that's today and tomorrow. Make your own bouquet. Tomorrow from 2 to 6. So it'll be a little bit earlier. Saturday's the Galentine's brunch, and, of course, their special Valentine's menu this weekend as well. Hopefully you've made your reservations and are in at Uncorked. I know it's going to be a very popular spot for Valentine's Day, but going to be a fun one. They've got a special menu with great appetizers that they're bringing out. Their charcuterie board, their fried deviled eggs, their petite oysters. They're going to have those. They're going to have for their main entrees this weekend, their prime filet, their seafood scampi. The braised short rib is incredible. They're going to have chicken marsala and a whole lot more. Their apple cider brine pork chops back, and of course desserts. It's all about the desserts on Valentine's. They've got their salted caramel apple crisp, their flourless chocolate cake with mixed berries, and then their chocolate chip cookies as well. So going to be a fun weekend at Uncorked. Make your reservations now. UncorkedTheFort.com. Get by today and tomorrow. Make your own bouquet. Uncorked, Phoenix Avenue, next to Sodi's in Fort Smith.
So on a Think Tank Thursday, we occasionally ask Chat a thing or two, and we asked him, Chat, what do you think of our friend Tom Murphy?
Tom Murphy? He's a pro's pro. Shows up prepared, asks the right questions, and somehow manages to be both plugged in and level-headed in a world that usually picks one or the other. When Tom's on, you're getting insight without the drama. And in this business, that's a gift.
Tom, is that a good
spot on?
Whole Hog Sports, Arkansas Democrat Gazette? What do you think, Tom? That was AI's opinion of you.
Well, you know what? I didn't know where that came from, but I was going to come on and say that sounded like artificial intelligence to me.
Yeah.
So hey, I'm happy that that's the evaluation.
That's
I try to be level-headed.
Artificial intelligence opining on real intelligence. That's pretty good right there.
I like level-headed, and I do try to stay that way. So that's great, man.
Well, Tom, I missed last week. Were you level-headed when Colton off the rip asked you about the Falcons' anniversary with the Patriots? I'm curious about that. I guess he saw the anniversary.
You know what? I'm fine with that because you have to own it. I mean, you can't get away from it. It's one of those things, and we've talked about it on here from time to time. I mean, I don't know that there'll ever be a more painful Super Bowl loss than that, but the way it happened. And I hate it because we're still a franchise that has never won a Super Bowl, and it just irks me that we had that one. So I don't know. I live with it.
Speaking of the National Football League, sounds like the Colts have plucked one of Arkansas's defensive coaches in Marion Hobby. A report from Matt Zenitz. I know you wrote kind of on that. Hasn't been officially confirmed just yet, but what do you make of one of Arkansas staff members potentially leaving from Fayetteville to Indy?
Yeah, saw that, and I believe it's happened. And he's a guy who's got a long NFL background. I mean, he was a good get for Ryan Silverfield. He did have a non-compete clause with the NFL in his contracts. I'm going to look into, what does that mean? I mean, is there some extra buyout that you have to do or whatever? But anyway, not a big shocker that if he gets a chance in the NFL, he goes back. It's a position that Arkansas has got to be better at. I mean, not only do you lose Cam Ball and Ian Gaffard, and really Quincy Rhodes is about the only guy, big-time contributor you bring back. So they got a lot of work to do there, and it's incumbent on Ryan Silverfield now to get somebody in who I think can relate to the players and things like that.
Tom Murphy with us here on the Morning Rush on the Lewis Automotive Group Hotline. Let's shift to this basketball team that has won 2 straight on the road, both by 20 points or more, something that Razorback teams before them have never been able to accomplish in a 2-game stretch. Done it with a couple of injuries as well, Tom. What do you make about where this team is at? How much stock do you put in the road wins of Mississippi State and LSU, 2 teams that are living in the bottom third of the league standings?
Right. They took care of business. Wally Hall pointed it out well in his column today that they didn't play down to the competition in those 2 games. I mean, losing that game to Mississippi State would have been embarrassing. Their offense is one of the worst, and you could just see not enough ball handlers, not enough creativity. It's hard for them to set up easy baskets. And so I liked it. It just seemed like a very mature showing by the Razorbacks. And sometimes when you reduce your bench, the guys know they're going to play more and they have to stay out of foul trouble. And it just worked out very well. And so when Wagner and Knox do come back, there's going to have to be yet another adjustment. Now, not like the adjustments they went through last year when, it was a wild deal, and 2 years ago, just adjusting to all the wild roster stuff. But the schedule improves considerably, starting with Auburn, who, there's some get back on that game. And it just seems to me every game we talk, they're playing a team that's super desperate to get a win, like OU a couple of weeks ago. And Mississippi State struggling, had an open week, very motivated. LSU played Arkansas so close up here, but struggling. John Calipari calls them desperate teams. Auburn is certainly desperate after dropping back-to-back at home, against Auburn, and then the game Tuesday. Who did they lose to? It was a home game, Vanderbilt. And so Auburn's going to be super motivated to win this one.
Yeah, and I thought John Calipari, following the LSU game, he said what we've talked about, and he's repeating something he said before, but this is a team that takes a lot of pride in their offensive production. If he can get a similar effort on the defensive end, this is going to be a scary, dangerous team. Tom, can he get them focused? It seems like the last couple of games against Mississippi State and LSU, being shorthanded, they have been more focused on the defensive end. Can this focus persist?
That's a big question. And, if they're going to keep taking strides and, making their name known, like right now you think Florida really making some moves, Kentucky, these are the teams that look like they could have deep, tournament runs. And I know Damian Fishback, the former Auburn player and SEC analyst, he's high on Arkansas, and I think the potential is there. But you're right. They've got to show it game after game. And I liked what I saw defensively. Now, they gave up 21 offensive boards against LSU, which is an astounding number, but it also reflects a lot of missed shots. So you're getting them in positions where they weren't great shots a lot of times. So I think staying on the boards, not letting Auburn get into the open floor as much as they did in that first game is really big in this one, and just being a better rebounding team. And something we haven't talked about yet, but how is Malik Ewing going to respond? That was a pretty nasty lick he took on his forehead. I expect he'll be able to play, and maybe, just maybe, they'll get DJ Wagner back.
Is he going to be in a Bane mask on Saturday, Tom?
I don't know, and obviously I haven't heard, or we haven't. It hasn't been said. Did he go in concussion protocols? I don't know. It just seemed like a pretty solid lick on the forehead and a cut. So hopefully he avoided the concussion area of all this.
Yeah.
And maybe he would wear a mask. I mean, it's not like having an eye bone, or something in your nose when it breaks, where the guys wear masks. So I don't know, man. Hopefully this will motivate Ewing, and just the whole team should be motivated from the way Auburn got off to such a strong start in that last game, and they just never made it up.
Go ahead.
I was saying, he had 4 stitches or whatever in his forehead put in. I don't know if a mask would cover that or not. But I mean, I think the assumption was he had a nose issue, but I think it was above the nose in the forehead.
Yeah, our photographer who was on site, Hank Layton, when I saw it on TV, I was about to write, it seemed like his nose was bleeding or it was there. But Hank Layton got a great shot, and it did appear to be higher up on his forehead. So, like I say, I don't know, maybe there's a mask, but I'm not sure. And then also, hopefully, he avoided the concussion situation.
You mentioned DJ a little bit there. How beneficial has it been from Isaiah's perspective, Sealy, to get these minutes the last 2 games, maybe Saturday, depending on that, for when Cal feels a little more sure himself that he could play him in a bigger game like in Nashville or the NCAA tournament?
That's a great point. These last 2 games have been really big for him. He's shown that the moment hasn't, backed him down. I think he had a pretty nice alley-oop score the other day. And you know what's cool is the fellow freshman, Darius Acuff, you could tell he was trying to get him going. Now, both of his lobs, he had 2, maybe 3 to Sealy. They weren't perfectly in position, but he almost, if he had gotten that reverse off the backboard spin lob to go down, he got fouled on it. But if that had gone down, that would have been a big-time highlight reel because it was so athletic that, the ball wasn't delivered in perfect position, but he still almost scored on it. So I like what I see from Seeley. He was a little tentative. There was one three-pointer where I thought he had it. He faked the guy, and it was wide open, but then he dribbled in and passed. So you could tell he's still deferring a little bit. But these have been big games.
You think that's a Cal thing or assistant coach telling him not to shoot threes, or is he just doing that on his own, Tom? Because he's not shooting.
I'm going to guess that they tell him, if you've got a good open shot, take it. I mean, that's what you have to tell good players. I think he probably just decided on his own because it was wide open after he faked and the guy went by him. It seemed like he could have taken that shot, but he didn't. So probably just his own decision.
Talking with Tom Murphy, Whole Hog Sports, Arkansas Democrat Gazette. Tom, you got these two games back-to-back. Auburn, which you were talking about, they're going to be motivated too. They've lost 3 straight. And then Bama next week. You're not going to have to play Charles Bediako. Plays 5 games, now not playing anymore. What did you make of that whole saga and maybe the NCAA stand? I guess technically the judges stand, but when it comes to this situation with the Crimson Tide basketball player.
Well, as you might be able to tell from what I've said on this air, I was not in favor of him being able to play. But when lawyers get involved and do things and get temporary restraining orders, things happen. They got 5 games out of him. They went 3-2. I'm glad the judge ruled the way he did, not to issue the injunction so he could keep playing. Restored a little bit of sanity because when he left, it was, it had to be with the full understanding you are forfeiting the rest of your college eligibility. They've made the arguments about how European players are doing it and things like that, but the rules have to be in place to prevent that kind of thing moving forward if that's what they want. But it was a pretty cut and dried thing in my mind that he was not eligible anymore. So I'm glad he ruled the way he did. They brought up an interesting point on the broadcast last night, which was, well, we had to play Alabama like A&M. They had to play Alabama when they had Bediako and they lost. And so what do you do at the end of the year? Do you discount the losses? I mean, Auburn had one, A&M and somebody else they beat with Bediako. So I don't know how that's going to shake out, but I'm glad it's been decided. When Alabama's on, when their 3-point shooting is on and their open floor is going, they're really tough. But they haven't been able to get into that mode quite as much this year as they had, their Final Four run and when they had Brandon Miller those years. So, but I do think they're coming on. Philon had a great game, and then another one of their guards Latrell Wrightsell shot it really well yesterday.
Yeah. Hey, Tom, before we go, some thoughts on the opening weekend of baseball. Oklahoma State to start the year, Friday night, 7 o'clock in Arlington. TCU, Texas Tech, and Tarleton State also in Arlington between Friday and Monday. Just thoughts on the opening of baseball season 2026.
Oh, I'm just fired up about it. There's so many neat, interesting angles for this team. What the starting rotation is going to be like. Gabe Gackle getting another run in the rotation as the Friday guy, and then what Hunter Deese is going to look like. As he has been super during the fall work and preseason. His mental mindset is right. Getting over his injuries, and then it looks like the big tuna, Colin Fisher, is going to be in the Sunday role, and that gives Gibbler a nice turn in the bullpen as maybe a long guy, could be a closer. A lot of good options. They love their freshman arms. How long is Nolan Souza going to be probably the lead DH till he can get in the field? What is Aloy Cahill going to look like in right field? A lot of really neat places you can dive in with this roster. And then Peyton Lee looks like he'll be the Monday guy against Tarleton State, and they're fired up about him. He had 3 excellent innings against the would-be starters on the Sunday scrimmage. So really neat stuff.
Home opener a week from Friday on the 20th against Xavier, and we'll probably see you at the ballpark then.
Sounds good, man. Good. Enjoyed being with y'all.
All right, Tom Murphy with us Tuesdays and Thursdays here on the Morning Rush. We're on the doorstep of baseball season and an exciting time right now. I didn't get to talk spring football with Tom. We'll do that in the coming weeks. Is about a month out from that as well. All right, Tom with us today, brought to you by LureNet.com, the place to go to get all the best brands like Rebel, Yum, Booyah, Smithwick, and more that you'll find all at LureNet.com. Most of those are made right here in Arkansas in their Fort Smith, Arkansas plant, and you'll find the best on-the-market lures and the way to really organize your tackle box for this coming spring. So go to lurenet.com, or you can stop in Academy, Bass Pro Shops, Walmart, or your favorite local tackle shops everywhere and find your best brands made by Pradco. That's lurenet.com, lurenet.com.
So, talking about football, moving it toward the conversation towards the NFL, the Rams are going to play the 49ers in Melbourne, Australia. The report out there from Mike Florio, PFT, is that this might open the season on Labor Day Sunday. You like the NFL season opening up overseas? I know they did that in college football. Was it last year with Iowa State and K-State, the Armageddon or Farmageddon overseas?
Avery Johnson's family.
I don't.
Fight in the puddle.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
I think everyone. I mean, that's fine. Particularly if you can avoid, because college football has kind of had that first weekend to itself. If that game can be played early, which it will be, and doesn't interfere.
Well, it's saying Sunday afternoon.
Well, that's still probably, I mean, because generally it's a Sunday evening game.
Yeah, you got LSU or something.
You have a full slate on Saturday, and then you'll have a Sunday, and then usually a Monday night game.
Mm-hmm.
As long as we're not interfering with those, I don't have any problem with it. I don't really consider it the opening of the year. I know it's a game, and I know it's a regular season. When you have one game overseas, I didn't consider that the opening of college football. Now, if it was my team playing, probably would have felt different.
Mm-hmm.
But when you don't have a full slate for a weekend, it just doesn't quite feel the same
It's
to
just,
me.
Traditionally, and I don't know how long it's been going on, the NFL champion, the Super Bowl winner from the previous year, opens up the season on Thursday. And they're now, at least reportedly, might be going away from that. I would be a little ticked off if I was a Seattle fan. But I get your premise. Like, it's like week 0 for football. There's like one good game. And I looked at it this year. There's no good games week 0. We have football on the 26th, but you don't have any good games till the 3rd. So I get where you're coming from. It's like it doesn't really feel like it because it's not all the way in.
It's not even an appetizer. Mm-hmm. It's the mints in the lobby while you wait on your table. That's kind of what it is. So I mean, let's you can call it whatever you want. I know it's a regular season; you can count it. It's one more thing to watch that Sunday. And in case it rains, it's one more thing for me to do. So, but if it was a afternoon game here, and you're saying it's going to be played overseas, that's going to be a later evening game there because, I mean, you're talking 7 hours difference.
I can go back to this report, but it said Sunday.
5 hours
difference. It said Sunday afternoon in the U.S.
I thought you said it was going to be international.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well, it's international, but the time is Sunday afternoon in the United States. Does that make sense? Like, they're playing it.
That's what I'm saying. It's going to be a later in the evening game in the local time zone they're in. Normally they play those things up early in the morning and start here 9 a.m., 10 a.m., something like that, usually when they play in London or somewhere in Western Europe. So, whatever they want to do, I hope it doesn't interfere with the evening college game. So they want to start at 2 o'clock and get out of the way, go for it. Fine with me. I don't understand. I get it because it's digital numbers and expands the global footprint. But the NFL has really pushed a lot because they're having 5 or 6 games a year now overseas.
Oh, is it Brazil, Spain, not Argentina, Brazil, Spain, Australia, London, and I think Paris is on the list eventually. It's not this year. Is that 5? I list off 5. I think that's right.
I don't know.
There might be, I might be missing
they've been
one.
to Mexico City. I mean, they've been.
That's
a
the
lot
other
of
one.
places.
Thank you. That's the other one. It's in Mexico City. So yeah.
But at least Mexico City's in your time zones. Brazil in your time zones.
Mm-hmm.
When you start playing in Europe, not your time zones. Australia, it's a whole different day over there.
Different hemisphere.
I mean, hell, the toilets go backwards. I mean,
my brother-in-law used to live there.
Socket.
When he worked for PwC, Australia would be cool to visit, but I don't know if I was an NFL player if I'd want to play those games overseas.
Long flight. Hey, Bet Saracen, whether they're overseas or here, Bet Saracen's got the lines on all the action you want, whether it's college basketball and Saturday night's Arkansas-Auburn game, Olympics, and more. It's all there. Table tennis is really popular when it comes to the Bet Saracen app. You wouldn't think that because I don't know how much but it's wildly popular on the Bet Saracen app. So download all that now. It won't be long. We'll have preseason or futures on NFL records and more that will be coming up there as well. So March Madness just around the corner. I'm kind of rambling, but you just think about the convergence. Pro golf, college softball, college baseball. It's all kind of hidden with a lot of things available at the Bet Saracen app. Use the promo code WELCOME and get $125 in free bets as well. It's our official Morning Rush sports betting app. It's the Bet Saracen app.
All right, Bruce Pearl has spoken out against Nate Oates and his decision to play Charles Bediako. We'll get into that audio and more. Stay with us. Talk of the Town, Think Tank Thursday continues on next.
You're listening to the Morning Rush.
Good morning, fellas. You all doing all right? Staying warm?
All guests join us on the Lewis Automotive Hotline, serving Northwest Arkansas for over 80 years. Call or text 877-377-6963.
You guys give me a call back? Sorry, Ruben's acting up.
The celebration starts now.
Are you ready to unleash the beast?
Monster Energy is here to give you the edge this college tailgate season. Loaded with bold flavors, our powerful blend gives you the energy you need to push you beyond your limits. Tune in all season long with Monster, the energy drink of ESPN Radio College Football Tour. Power your performance with a drink that's as hungry for victory as you are. Crack open an ice-cold Monster and dominate your competition. Monster Energy. Unleash the beast. Grab yours today.
But he did misspell the word thesaurus. It looks like a dinosaur now. Thesaurus.
This is the Morning Rush.
Are you ready to indulge in an unforgettable fine dining experience? Then come join us at Uncorked, where every meal is a masterpiece, crafted with the finest ingredients to tantalize your taste buds. And with our extensive selection of cocktails, wine, craft beer, and bourbons, we've got something for everyone. So why not take a break from the ordinary and join us on Phoenix Avenue next to Sodi's? Come savor the moment with us at Uncorked, where every visit is a celebration.
Being a father doesn't come with a manual, but you don't have to figure it out alone. Invest Fatherhood is a program of Heart-to-Heart Pregnancy and Family Care Center, and our Man Up classes bring dads together. This is a network of fathers building stronger families one step at a time, mentally, spiritually, and emotionally. If you're ready to be the dad your kids need, man up, step in, and join the brotherhood. Invest Fatherhood, a Heart-to-Heart program. Strong fathers change everything. Call Heart-to-Heart Pregnancy and Family Care Center at 479-452-2260 to sign up today.
Hey Razorback fans, Matt Jones here. We're all experiencing higher prices on just about everything, and that includes sunrooms, patio covers, and windows. If you've gotten an estimate on any of these projects and you were shocked by the price, then you need to call Sawyers. They've been making quality, affordable products for 35 years. They're local, they have 100% financing, and a beautiful showroom with all their products displayed. So give my buddy Buzz a call or check them out, sawyers-sunrooms.com.
All right, you're all set with a coat and scarf. Bundling up?
Yeah, it's freezing out there.
Want to bundle up some wins?
Wins?
It's the $5 bundle from the Arkansas Scholarship Lottery. It's Powerball with Power Play, Lotto, and a free natural state jackpot ticket, all for just $5.
Wait. 3 chances for 3 jackpots for $5? Bundle me up.
Ask for the $5 bundle today. Must be 18 or older to play. Call or text 1-800-522-4700 for Problem Gambling Helpline.
Wave Rural Connect has some exciting news. Our service is now available in a brand new zone covering parts of Midland and Montreal. If you're along Highway 45, 252 or 253, or on Douglas Road or Slaytonville Road, you can get fast, reliable fiber internet today. Don't miss out. Visit waveruralconnect.com or call 1-833-492-8372. Wave Rural Connect. Internet that works when you need it most.
We expect our information in real time. US Med carries continuous glucose monitors, which provide real-time readings of blood glucose levels. US Med is an approved provider for Medicare and over 500 private insurers. So call 888-665-0696 today for a free insurance and Medicare benefits check as easy as... That's 888-665-0696.
It's sad that we live in an unsafe world, but we do. Would you be able to show the police who was at your home if something was taken? Guardtronic installs alarm systems as well as camera systems. We here at ESPN rely on our Guardtronic installed cameras to keep an eye on what's going on around our building, as many of you do. Guardtronic has been serving the River Valley for over 60 years. Call Guardtronic for a free estimate so you'll be able to show the police who the bad boys are that took your belongings. License E50.
I want barbecue that's sliced thick, smoked long, and so tender it melts in your mouth. Sides that will fill me up like a twice-baked potato, baked beans, hand-cut fries, okra, Texas toast. You know what I'm talking about? A restaurant where the whole family can go and get a great meal for a great price. Where the owner actually comes to your table to make sure everything tastes great. I'll tell you what I want. I want Jerry Neal's.
Your home for every Razorback football, basketball, and baseball game. ESPN 95.3.
The SEC is the best conference in America.
The tough will survive in this game, and I feel like the SEC is the toughest.
Arkansas is the SEC champion.
You know, every game is a dogfight.
We're about the toughest there is. Week in and week out, you're going to play some of the best, the biggest, the fastest.
The Hawks have finally hit the first SEC tournament championship for Arkansas.
Where opponents' dreams come to die.
This is your SEC update on the Morning Rush.
Nate said he'd play him 100 times again. What it tells me is that Nate really doesn't care about the SEC. He doesn't care about the NCAA, and it's fine. You're going to care about your student athletes, that's fine. But you're a member of this conference, and you're a member of the NCAA. What about the rest of the team? What about the rest of the players? Why should those 5 teams have had to play against an ineligible player? And I think it was selfish, and I think it was wrong.
Bruce Pearl, it's on TNT, Colton, I'm assuming.
Yes,
talking,
TNT.
Yeah, talking about Nate Oates and the decision with Charles Bediako. Is this scene over? I mean, are we going to have more of this? Like,
I don't think so in the immediate term. I mean, will someone challenge this rule? I don't think so. Not at least in the SEC. Let me go that far.
There's other schools still trying to do this with other players.
I wonder, like, how many more SEC coaches will try and do this. If that will happen,
I don't think so. I think the commissioner's pretty well put his foot down. I mean, the commissioner's made it known what the expectations of this conference are. I don't think a head coach or an AD or a school president want to go against that at this point.
Continue on your SEC update. Former SEC coach Buzz Williams hasn't done a lot of post-game availability or his radio show. Apparently since December 9th. They're not good. They've gone like 3-10 since the last show. It's been over a month. No, I say over a month, over 2 months on this. The Baltimore Sun kind of did a story. It's not going great. It's not always rainbows and sunshines the first year of any college basketball, football, baseball coach, but I think the Terrapin fans thought they'd be a lot better than they are right now.
I know A&M hasn't fared well in every game, but they've had probably a better than expected season. I'm wondering if he is regretting that move out to the East Coast.
What he does, he's got his formula, 4 or 5 years at a place, and he restarts his clock somewhere else. He's done that at what? It's Marquette, VTech, A&M, and now Maryland. I think those are the four that he's gone to. So I mean, you restart your clock somewhere else, he'll probably do the same. He'll leave. Is it Annapolis is where that campus at?
The
4 or 5
Naval
years?
Academy is.
College Park. It's College Park. Thank you, Colton. He'll probably leave 4 or 5 years after that. But I just thought that was kind of funny. Not doing the.
If he keeps this up, he'll be leaving before then.
Yeah, he might get let go. Last thing, or actually 2 more things. Your SEC update: Taylor Green, Ty Simpson, Garrett Nussmeier, Diego Pavia, 4 former SEC. If you want to include Carson Beck on this list, guys that are going to the NFL Combine. Where do you think Taylor is of those 4? So Pavia is like what 5'9" after they actually measured him, or 5'10". Nussmeier had a dreadful season relative to expectations.
He'll be the best pro by far.
You think so?
Yes.
Simpson was pretty good. I know he had a bad ending. Where's Taylor in that 4, NFL-wise?
3?
3. Above Pavia, because his character issues are going to really
that's where I was
down the draft.
Johnny Manziel 2.0.
5'9" is going to hurt you.
Yeah, that too. You can't be short.
They'll look past the character issues if you're 6'4".
You can play. Yeah, if you can play. Last thing here. I didn't see this till this morning. Did you see, and this is real because I texted my buddy who filmed it, classmate of mine at the U of A, his name's Andrew Epperson. He works for a news station down there in Louisiana. The LSU band called the Hogs, either in the midst of the game or after the game. I can't ever tell if anything's fake or real anymore. I always have to, I try to text people or message, hey, is this real, blah, blah, blah. But the LSU band apparently called the Hogs either during the game or after.
They lose a bet?
I guess.
What's up with that?
They appeared to be not doing it reluctantly. They were very much so, doing it with glee.
I will say I have been at games before where Arkansas has destroyed. This was either a postseason event or a conference game, like the Auburn game. I was actually sitting next to an Auburn fan, and I was like, all right, I'm going to call the Hogs. Y'all are beating our you-know-whats. So I guess fans feel like they have to partake in a different fans' ritual if they get clobbered, but that's apparently what they did. And it's real. It's not fake. It's real.
Call the Hogs or call me daddy. One or the other. That's what happened the other night.
They did. 29 points.
All right, that's your SEC update. It's brought to you by APAC and Standard Materials Group, your number one source for top quality aggregates, asphalt, and ready-mix concrete. Whether it's a small residential project or large-scale commercial jobs, APAC has you covered. No job's too big or too small, and if you need expert advice, they have the experts. Their construction consultant services always ensure your job is on the right track as well. 479-587-3300 for all your rock, asphalt, and ready-mix needs. It's APAC and Standard Materials Group, 587-3300.
We brought this up, and you've seen it a little bit in the NBA, but the Big 12 is doing this LED court for the conference tournament in Kansas City. It's a fantastic event. I don't know.
It's got to look better in Georgia's court. I watched some of that game last night. Georgia's got a terrible looking court.
I don't know. Oregon, there's some others.
No,
but
theirs is bad too.
I feel like the clean old-fashioned hardwood, to me, just looks good. And I know we're in a new age, 2026. We got to feel like we're futuristic in everything we do. But I don't think the Big 12 or any conference or any league, for that matter, needs this. I just think it's stupid.
By God, basketball should be played on hardwood.
Yeah.
But you know what it does? It opens up a ton of sponsorship opportunities.
That's where I was thinking on that.
Too. It's going to look cool. They're not going to make it look like the Oregon's quarter, have a bunch of paint splattered all over.
They can make it look like whatever they want.
Exactly right.
This is like the Sphere in Vegas, just on a court.
But that's cool.
The Sphere is cool.
Well, this may be cool. We don't know yet.
I guess I'm an old head in certain sporting.
But the ball is going to have to sound different coming off of that. The bounce of the ball.
I would think so. And the other, just the
how do you
quote
jump?
unquote,
How do you
the
move on it?
dribble integrity. I don't know if that's a phrase or word, but I'm just thinking that kind of in my head. Surely that would throw something off.
I can't imagine the response of the ball bouncing off of that. I mean, it's different when bouncing on concrete versus a hardwood floor.
Yeah, I don't know.
I would be interested to see what the guards that handle the ball think about that.
We won't know from Darren Peterson.
So
that's a good point.
They got this thing in Dallas this weekend, which it's Arkansas's included. I know there's another tournament, it's the Shriners Classic, but when Nashville gets going in here in about a month, any desire to ever move that from Bridgestone to Dallas now that you have the Texas with Austin and College Station, you have the Texas footprint with SEC schools? I mean, I would think Arkansas fans, it's a little bit, for Central Arkansas fans, it's about the same distance from Little Rock or that area to Nashville to Bridgestone. There's a lot more Arkansas fans in Dallas, in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, than there are in Nashville. Any desire to put that back? I know there's a long-standing agreement to have it in Nashville, but for tournament-wise...
I don't think they're going to move out of Nashville anytime soon. I know they've got a long-term agreement. I've wondered when they build the new football stadium and it's done in Nashville, would that rival Atlanta? I would like to see them have the one off every so often like they've done in basketball.
Tampa, St. Louis.
And I think Dallas would be a great spot to have a one-off for the basketball tournament. You know, you could have it back in Atlanta some. You could have it in Nashville 3 or 4 years in a row, then go elsewhere. It gets a little crusty and a little old in one spot. And Nashville's still not a place you can get a nonstop flight from most of America. You can get there, but you're going to connect through Atlanta.
Speaking of airports, and I forget the exact vernacular verbiage, but this last year was the first time XNA has surpassed Little Rock in flights. I don't know if you saw that data, but that kind of just caught me.
Couldn't tell you the last time I've flown out of Little Rock.
Really?
Probably 10 years ago.
I like going there because I get to stay with my parents and hang out with them for a little bit, but I was just kind of taken off guard by that. But
if we could get Southwest
to
XNA, game changer.
I thought they were...
Well, once this 612 extension gets done and 612 gets to the doorstep of XNA, that's a game changer.
Isn't that
that will lead
10 years?
Oh no, it's almost done.
Oh, is it?
Year or two. Yeah.
Okay.
No, when's the last time you've been to XNA?
A couple months ago.
Did you not notice the big interstate being tied into the front door there at
Sometimes I
XNA?
don't look at my surroundings and stuff. No, I did not notice
okay.
that. I did not notice that. Where is it at in relation?
Right across from the main entrance to it will exit. The exit will come right to the front entrance of XNA.
Okay. Where will that? I'm just trying to do this.
It'll connect you back to 612, which connects to 49. Or you can keep on going straight, and it'll connect you back out on 412, going towards
How much
Siloam.
time is that going to shave off?
A lot. And you won't have to go through...
I kind of like taking the back road. That's like taking the pig trail.
Yeah, well, that two-lane road.
You take the pig trail every once in a while just to do it.
You don't have to go through Vaughn or Heifel.
Yeah. I'm
My
gonna
stomping ground.
I'm gonna take some of the. I'm gonna take it. Not all the time. There are a lot of times I want to get from point A to point B pretty fast, but I'm gonna take that route every once in a while, unless they do away with it, which doesn't sound like they're going.
Oh,
to.
no, but it will be a game changer for the airport, and I think hopefully someday it leads to Southwest building some terminals here.
Like a hub. They wouldn't.
I don't know if it won't be a hub, but I mean, can I get a flight from here to Chicago, Dallas, Denver, Atlanta? Where else would you want to go? Nashville? Where else should Southwest take?
Rival the Allegiant flight.
New Orleans would be great. I don't know what would be the customer demand on something like that?
Well,
Orlando would be one.
I remember we talked about this a couple months ago. So they do this review. It's either every 2 years or every year, and XNA was once again under review. This was from
but Southwest. The last few times I've tried to book them, they're not any more affordable. They're not as affordable compared to American or Delta as they used to be.
Is it because of you pick your seats now and stuff?
No, I don't think it's that. I just think the demand on their airline is greater.
Seth says Cave Springs revenue in the police department will decline because they aren't writing.
Yeah, you won't have to go through that and mess with that. I mean, right now how do you go to the airport? You don't take 612 now to Cave Springs?
Brother, I type in Waze and I type in X and A.
God almighty.
I mean, like, I don't know. I know landmarks. I know. All right.
What do you take 612?
I don't know. I type in.
You don't know the road you're on?
No, because technology can take me from point A to point B.
No, the car will take you from A to B.
With the technology leading the way. I don't like okay. I'm not like my grandpa or my dad to a certain extent. I didn't pull out the old Maparoo back in the day and it's like, all right, where are we going on this road trip, kids? I have a phone that gets me there. It's never led me astray.
And Waze tells you where the police are, so you can always just fly right
Now,
by.
I've had GPS lead me astray more than once, so I don't know. More than once.
Sounds like the LSU band, or not band,
Back
but
in
LSU.
the old Garmin days, yeah, they tell you turn left,
Old
to go right.
Garmin. You
Still
talk,
does it.
You talk about a business. Think about a couple business models. Blockbuster, which used to just have this grip on society, gone. There's like one in the United States. Garmin. You've got Waze. You've got Google Maps. You've got Apple Maps. What's Android's version of Maps? Is it just Android Maps? Assuming that's what most people use. Don't have one. Another one gone. What else is a business that like just had everything? Maybe BlackBerry would be another one. That's now done.
Blockbuster had a chance to buy Netflix for like $50 million or something back in the day. They told them no. They laughed at them. Reed Hastings went out and created a whole new model, and we'll see how that went.
Lee says technology has killed our brains.
Yeah,
you
don't even know if you're driving on 612.
I can verify that.
To Cave City.
Chase points out Ty has never had to stop at the gas station and ask for directions. I've stopped at the gas station and asked people where I should go eat, but never for directions. It's a different world. We grew up different ways. Doesn't make it right or wrong, just different.
You don't know the road you're driving on. I shake my head.
Occasionally, like, we're on 0 Street. Well, no, we're not.
No, we're not.
No, we're not.
We're not.
Actually, we're not.
Church.
Yeah.
There are addresses that I have memorized, but in terms of are we on I couldn't tell you right now. Put a gun to my head. Like, what are you on to get to Fayetteville? interstate.
We all wonder what you're on.
say-
I mean, we're wondering what you're on is something we do often around here.
I haven't been on anything since I stepped to employment here. So let's clear
You
that
could
up right
fool
now.
us. You
It's
could fool
all
us.
natural. It's like occasionally a woman gets asked, it's like, oh, those.
Folks, this is not AI. This
Yeah.
is not
Well,
artificial intelligence.
Think of it like this: like when a male or female gets asked about something that may have been augmented or changed in some way, shape, or form about their body, and they're like, and they go,
Augmented.
and they go,
Damn.
and
He
they
didn't know
go,
what damn
and
road
they
he's
go-
driving on.
and they go,
Throwing that word like augmented.
and he or she goes, no, it's real, and that's what I say.
Hey,
It's
Ty,
just real.
tell us what augmented means for all of us that don't know.
We're running out of time.
No, we got plenty of time.
I read that.
We got plenty of time.
I read that attached to another word the other day.
So what does augmented mean?
It means something that's means something. I don't know.
Well, what?
I don't have my thesaurus or my dictionary. I'll look it. Hold on. I'll look it up.
So you used a word and have no idea what the meaning is.
Hey Siri, what does augmented mean?
This is not a skit, folks.
Is it going to tell you? You have your Siri on.
Oh, hold on. It was on silent. Hold on.
Oh, you
Hey
have it on Do
Siri,
Not Disturb.
what does augmented mean?
For the fourth time, Ty, I'll tell you.
For the fourth time.
No, she's not.
Well,
she's not working.
Yeah, well, you don't know. You probably
you work
will.
on that while I tell everybody about Gaston's.
She has an Australian accent.
Well,
really?
Mine does.
Gaston's White River
soothing.
Resort.
So sad.
It's soothing.
That is the saddest thing I've ever heard.
How's that sad? It's
You probably
soothing.
Let it talk to you. You go to sleep or what?
No,
Well-
it's just I'd rather have a female than a male
You
talk
imagine
to
it's
me
Margot
when I ask
Robbie?
her a question. That would be
What's
nice,
she look
but no.
like?
I couldn't tell you.
Mm-hmm.
Couldn't
You
tell
probably got a vision in your head, don't you?
I like brunettes more than blondes,
Yeah.
but not Margot Robbie. I would prefer brunette than a blonde if we're envisioning what
What Siri looks like.
what Siri looks like. Trust me, I could put something in my head if I needed to.
You thought you augment that thought while I tell everybody about Gaston's White River Resort, where you could augment a great weekend together. You could blend it and bring it all together for a wonderful Valentine's weekend. There's no chance you know how to spell it. At Gaston's, they do have a wonderful setup. Winter rates are in effect right now, and whether you may already have Valentine's weekend plans,
Found it.
but at Gaston's, they can put together the perfect spring break trip, summer vacation trip, and for the next month or two, they've got the winter rates to go along with that for a great discount on lodging as well. 870-431-5202. Also ask about fishing trips. Almost didn't augment that thought completely back together there, as you want to make sure you get one of their great guides to take you out for a wonderful day of fishing on the White River. 870-431-5202. Gaston's White River Resort. A first-class time every time.
All your favorite teams, all your favorite sports.
Find me the biggest, nastiest vodka drinking Eastern European you can.
You're listening to The Morning Rush.
Every great team has its core players, but when the season gets tough, adding the right free agent can make all the difference. The same goes for business. At Robert Half, we found that 67% of companies surveyed plan to increase their use of contract talent to handle workload peaks and backlogged projects. With Robert Half's specialized recruiters' experience, combined with their award-winning AI, you can quickly find the skilled candidates you want. At Robert Half, we know talent. Discover how we can help at roberthalf.com/talent.
Mutilated, mangled, splintered, cracked, imploded, obliterated, blasted, smashed, exterminated, shattered, and fragmented.
This is The Morning Rush.
Take your tax refund the extra mile with a road-ready certified pre-owned vehicle at Rath Auto Resources. We've been working around the clock to beef up our inventory, and we're proud to say this is our best, largest selection of road-ready certified pre-owned vehicles ever. With so many to choose from, price to sell, and back-to-back comprehensive warranty, there's no reason to settle for less. Come see why your friends and neighbors voted us the River Valley's #1 pre-owned car dealer, and see why all the happiest drivers are rolling with Rath. Rath Auto Resources, 4515 Towson Avenue, Fort Smith.
All white chicken meat breaded in tortilla chips. They're Taco Bell's crispy chicken nuggets. Pretty different than the nuggets you're used to. Haters will say, that's not the classic nugget. Haters are right. Haters will love them anyways. Oh, and they come with Hidden Valley Ranch, another classic. But we mix it up with Diablo. They can't hate that. I mean, they can, but they won't. Crispy chicken nuggets from Taco Bell. A brand new classic. At participating U.S. Taco Bell locations for a limited time only while supplies last.
Flu vaccines, both regular and high dose for seniors, are now available at Law's Drug Store in Fort Smith. Call 452-6116 to schedule your shot appointment. Usually there is no cost when covered by your insurance. Law's Drug has COVID vaccines, RSV vaccines for ages 60 plus. Pneumonia and tetanus shots are also available. Law's Drug Store, 6802 Rogers Avenue behind Outback Steakhouse. Law's Drug Store, open 6 days a week to safely care for you and your family.
Mark your calendars and save big at the Greater River Valley RV Show going on February 12th through the 16th at Crabtree RV Center in Alma. Special show pricing and financing available on all units, new or used. Come and see our large inventory of industry-leading brands such as Grand Design and Forest River. Take advantage of the huge savings at the Greater River Valley RV Show at Crabtree RV Center, February 12th through the 16th. Crabtree RV Center, making your family's dreams come true for over 70 years.
Looking for a career with a company built to last? At Forsgren, we've been shaping the future of the River Valley since 1936. Nearly 90 years of excellence, innovation, and family-driven leadership. From sidewalks that still stand today to major infrastructure projects across the region, our legacy is built on quality and community. Apply now at goforsgren.com. Join the Forsgren legacy, where your work becomes part of something lasting. Forsgren, building the foundation of the River Valley for 4 generations. Apply now at goforsgren.com.
I'm Boomer Esiason. My mom died from cancer. She was only 37 years old. She didn't have life insurance, and that was devastating for my family. That's why having life insurance is so important to me. Ethos makes it fast and easy. Get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. You can get up to $3 million in coverage with no medical exam.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Wes, how many people can a large pizza feed?
About 4.
So I should tell Cousin Jeff 1.
Oh, wow. He's a big eater.
The biggest. He once got kicked out of an all-you-can-eat diner because they ran out of food. How many can a small pizza feed?
I'd say 2.
Our small pizza at $15 is a meal for 2? We should advertise this. That goat'll hunt.
Dog.
What you call me?
That dog will hunt.
Wes, dogs are man's best friend. Goats are the true hunters.
Goats?
Billy Goat Jr.'s Grammy was trained to chase squirrels, cats, birds, and rabbits. We could hear her for miles through the brush. And she'd circle them right to us.
You're not serious.
As serious as a meal for 2 for $15.
You're an interesting cat.
What you call me?
A meal for 2 for $15. Eat Jim's RazorbackPizza.com.
Your home for every Razorback football, basketball, and baseball game. ESPN 95.3.
We're hiring some great people. I'm a Kentucky fan. I'm not calling to bash you guys. I'm really not.
I just say what I want to say, and if you don't like it, you can hang up on me.
Hey, guys. Hey, Tommy. How was your weekend?
All guests join us on the Lewis Automotive Hotline, serving Northwest Arkansas for over 80 years.
We deserve a voice, and thanks to sports radio like y'all have, that's the only way we can get our message out.
Since 1946, no pressure, no hassle, just tradition.
Good morning. How y'all today? If you don't mind, I'd like to talk about something, get you guys' opinion.
Call or text the program at 877-377-6963. The celebration starts now.
I guess some of us have opinions that don't need to be shared or we need to keep them to themselves, but I used it correctly in context. That's right, on augmented.
Broke clocks right twice a day, right?
Yeah. Blind squirrel finds a nut. I found my nut.
So Clay could not be more proud of you.
I know.
Than he is,
and I don't even
at
use the
this
P
moment.
word anymore.
So-
When's the last time you've heard me say the P word? Not that P word, the P word that Clay doesn't like. I heard this Boston radio host used the other P word like 10 times in a sentence the other day. Is that not
on the air?
Yeah, on the air.
He wouldn't work here.
Bob Felger, I think is his name. I was like, is that not an FCC violation?
If not, it should be.
Apparently not. I don't know.
What was the P word? I mean, and used
Which
it.
one? Which one?
The one Clay did not like.
I'm out of respect. I'm not going to use it.
Plethora?
Mm-hmm. Your words.
Was that
your
it?
word, not mine.
Was that the word? That was the word? Plethora?
I did find myself. I didn't understand why Clay got so bad, and then I listened back to myself, and I did say it strikingly a lot. And so I nixed it from my vocabulary.
Strikingly a lot.
I'm trying to open the thesaurus a little more so I can expand my vocabulary because I don't read.
What brand of thesaurus do you have? I'm sure you have the printed version,
the one
right?
on the internet.
Hardbound or soft copy on their cover, rather?
It's internet. Well, the iPad's hard.
Merriam-Webster, another one of those companies.
The
done
iPad.
out by the internet.
Yeah,
right
buggy
there.
whipped. So, you know what that means? Say the old buggy whip.
I have no idea. Explain.
They went out of business too. There's no need for buggy whip factories anymore.
There's some things that just don't work anymore.
Hey, the Oakline Anywhere app is available for you. You're going to have another great weekend of racing. We'll break it down tomorrow about this time with Lane Whitman. Get the Oakline Anywhere app for handicapping features and points for every dollar wagered. Use the promo code RUSH26 for a $200 sign-up bonus. It's the Oakline Anywhere app.
Halftime coming up next. Phil Elson, Matt Jones, Big C.
All right, you're all set with a coat and scarf. Bundling up?
Yeah, it's freezing out there.
Want to bundle up some wins?
Wins?